Welcome, third graders, back to our next lesson. So happy to see you again, and we're going to jump right in. Our agenda, we're going to think about habit 2, how can we begin with the end in mind? Well, our end in mind, our learning target, is to write a 16-beat rhythm that uses the music notes we have learned. So practice writing those music notes. And here's what we're going to do today. We're going to sing. We're going to have a would you rather question. We're going to do a freeze dance. And then we're going to perform and write those rhythms. During our lesson today, you will need either a paper and a pencil or a whiteboard marker and eraser. If you'd like to pause the video right now and go get paper and pencil or whiteboard marker and eraser just so you have that ready later, now would be a good time to do that. All right, so we're going to start with singing today. And we're going to warm up our voice. Everyone, could you go like this? Whoo! And make sure it's a good time for you to be making some noises and singing in your house. If not, maybe wait and watch the video a little bit later. But here's another one. Ready? Whoo! Whoo! I have a slide whistle here. Sounds like this. Could you make your voice sound like this? Listen first and then sing it back to me. And one more. Ready? All right. Thanks, class. So next we are going to sing a list of songs. You know what? First we're going to do our solfege echoes, and that is going to be me singing and you singing back. These are those short patterns that are kind of like new words or phrases in a new language. So if you're ever going to learn a new language, you got to learn some words and some phrases, and then you can start putting them together. Well, that's what we're doing here. So let's see if I can sing these for you. We're going to use slightly different hand signs. Let's see if I can get to a point where I can see everything. All right, so we used to go do, re, mi, or mi, so, mi. Well, we're going to use those same ideas, but we're going to put them on our body a little bit differently this year. So do is going to be down here on our legs. Re is going to be here on our hips. And mi is going to be at the bottom of your ribs. Your thumbs, your thumb is going to be just touching the bottom of your ribs, but your hands are still flat, just like mi was before. And let's try this. Do, do, do. And how about do, re, mi? Do, re, mi, do. Mi, mi, re, re. Mi, re, do, re. Do, mi, do, mi. Mi, do, mi, do. Re, mi, do, do. Do, mi, re, do. Last one. Re, mi, do, do. All right, thanks for those solfege patterns. Pretty soon we're going to be moving on to not just singing them, but doing more things with them. We've got to get them in our ear first. All right, so here we go. Next, we have a list of songs. We're going to do Sailor, Sailor on the Sea. That's number 1. Ready? And here we go. Sailor, sailor on the sea, sailor, sailor on the sea, sailor, sailor on the sea, what treasures have you brought for me? Pause the video and sing it on your own. See if you can make your voice sound like the song. Our next one goes chip, chop, chippity chop. While you do this one, try this pattern. Pat, clap, pat, clap, pat, clap. So it'll sound like chip, chop, chippity chop. Cut off the bottom and cut off the top. Ready? And your turn, go. Chip, chop, chippity chop. Cut off the bottom and cut off the top. What you have left, put in the pot. Chip, chop, chippity chop. Pause the video if you'd like to do it on your own. Our next one goes, Acca-bacca soda cracker, acca-bacca boo. Acca-bacca soda cracker, out goes you. And last one, Charlie over the ocean, Charlie over the sea. Charlie caught a catfish, can't catch me. Practice those songs on your own. Get them back in your head if you have forgotten any, and you can always rewind if you'd like. All right, it's time to stand up. Oh, sorry, it's time to do a would you rather question. So, your question for today is, would you rather have a pet dragon or a pet dinosaur? I go back and forth. I want you to think of your own answer. I think I might do the pet dragon. But I don't know. Dinosaurs would be pretty cool too. Save your answer because I'm going to have you tell me in your seesaw response today. Pet dinosaur or pet dragon? All right, so we were going to do our freeze dance right here at this part of our lesson, but the lesson ran kind of long, so we are going to save that for next week and make sure that this lesson doesn't get way too long. So tune in next week for the freeze dance. We are going to do our last section of our lesson, which is our rhythm writing. So here are the notes that we practiced a couple weeks ago. We went over what the note looked like, what its name was, and what the rhythm language is, what it says. Now, here is a rhythm. We also did this rhythm a few weeks ago, although I did change one thing right here in our A section. And your job this week is to write it down. So we're going to practice writing the whole thing. But first, let's see if we can clap it and say it. Remember, this says do, this is a beat of silence, and this says do. Let's try it together. Clap it and say it with me. 1, 2, ready and go. Do, 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 do-day do. Do, do-day do. Do, do-day do. Now, if I went kind of fast, try it on your own. Practice it a couple times, and then see if you can rewind and do it at the same time as me. I want you to be able to do it on your own, but sometimes it's good to have somebody to listen to as well. I'm thinking of the beat as I do that, so I am somehow keeping the beat. Sometimes I tap my toes or my foot. Sometimes I'm just nodding my head a little bit. Oh, but the clapping, sometimes I kind of bounce my claps in my hands so that I can keep the beat. All right, you try it on your own one time. See if you can get to the end when I get to the end. I'm not going to say everything this time. 1, 2, ready and go. All right. Following my little mouse pointer isn't always the best, but hopefully you got to the end when I did. Now, your job is to write it. You can use your pencil and paper, or you can use a whiteboard marker and eraser. All right, everyone, so we are going to get our whiteboard set up or our paper set up. You need either a whiteboard marker and eraser, or a paper and a pencil, something to write these rhythms down with. Please pause the video and go get those now. All right, now that you're back, we are going to start with a 0 in the top corner. And after that, we're going to put a 4 in the other corner. We do this so we space out and we use all of the space we have because we need that space to write down the music notes. After that, we can write a 2 in the middle and then fill in 1 and 3, underline, and 1 line straight down. And then A for A section goes in, under the 0. From there, we're ready to start writing these rhythms. Either way, when you're done, I want you to take a picture of all of that rhythm. And the important thing I want you to think about while you're writing is lining up your lining up your music notes underneath the numbers. So when you look here, we have beat 1 and all those notes are underneath. When you look at beat 4, these notes are underneath. Hey, why isn't there anything here? Oh, that's because our half note takes up 2 beats. So we write it under the beat 3, but we know because this music note head is not filled in, it's not colored in, that it takes up a longer amount of time. So we can't write anything under the beat 4 because the sound from the half note is already taking it up. All right, here it is. I'm going to have you pause the video here if you need to. And then on Seesaw, your job is to tell me if you'd rather have your answer to the would you rather question, and also take a picture of your rhythm. Bonus points if you record yourself clapping and saying the rhythm. Have a great week, everyone, and I hope you stay safe and healthy, and I will see you next time. Bye.